My name is Agata. Welcome in Agata's Cottage. Today I have Friday sews for you. Hashtag Friday sews was started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. Every week you can find a lot of videos from various vloggers about their makes, about their plans, a bit about their life. It's like long distance tea or a coffee with a friend. I love watching Friday sews videos, they are one of my favorite. As usually, Jen asks us a question of the week. By the way, if you would like to hear answers to question that's bothering you, you can always leave the comment below with the suggestion for the Friday Souls question and I will pass them to Jen. So this week question is, new month is starting. What will be the first make you will make in June? And I already made my first make in June and I'm gonna share with you what I did. But first I'm gonna show you my fix for the blouse I made for Alice last week. As you remember, I mentioned that the neck opening was done incorrectly by me. I forgot about the slip at the back. So I considered doing this opening at the back, kind of like a V. But then I thought, she doesn't like really when there are buttons at the back of her neck. Let me figure out something else. And I did. And I will show you what I made. So that's the blouse. And I just did very, very small V opening. It helps to go the blouse through the head more smoothly. And I think it looks super cute. She loves it, and that's the most important thing. But that wasn't the only thing I made this week. I actually had quite productive week. I haven't done any sewing over the weekend. We had lovely weather and a lot of things going around in our diary, so I haven't spent any time in my sewing space, but I did during the week. I made 2 pair of shorts for Alice, a dress for her, and pair of undies, and also I made 2 tops for myself, but about that in a minute. First I will show you what I made for Alice. If you remember, last week I did shorts for her using pattern from Ottobre magazine, and I used the same pattern to make 2 more pairs of shorts. So the pink ones, cotton is just the cotton poplin from Whites I got a few months ago, and I did embroidery stitch from my sewing machine, my new sewing machine. I love it. I did it around the pockets, slightly smaller and slightly bigger around the bottom part of the leg. They look very nice. She haven't worn them actually yet, because I told her she needs to wait until I record the Friday sews video, but I'm sure she will love to wear them. I also did those ones. So this is cotton sateen. I also had it in my stash from Whites in Newbridge. It was actually remnant from shorts I made for Chris. I think it would be 2 years ago. Chris's shorts weren't the biggest success, but I think those will. And I did just less visible decorative stitch with just little tiny flowers. I love those decorating stitches, although they are taking ages. I've been going very slowly, and I love that my machine has a setting for going slowly even if you press the pedal too hard. And it took me, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes to do just one leg. But actually there is something meditating almost in looking at the needle and keeping the fabric in specific position for more than 2-3 minutes. It's just like you are going into trance, and I loved it. So I'm sure I will be using the feature of fancy stitches more often. I also made the dress for Alice. I had this dress cut out since end of March. I know it's horrible, I haven't had a chance to make it yet. I just put it aside, and to be honest, I couldn't figure out where I put it. I did found it yesterday. I needed quick win yesterday, so I thought that, I haven't cut it out. I will just look for it and I will finish it. So this fabric is cotton jersey I got from Ecobee. It's exclusive fabric from printed from Fabric Mama in UK, and Ecobee has exclusive license for Ireland. And I love this print. It's so cheerful and colorful, and I did stripe matching, like not exactly, but I did my best. So on the seams, I hope you can see that the stripes are matching. Pattern is Tulip Tea by Made for Mermaids. It's just a plain version, and I extended it and into kind of like a A-shape skirt, so it's just basic t-shirt dress. She tried it on today, she loves it. I included little tiny label here, and at the back it's enclosed seam, and I hand stitch it so there's no visible thread. I love how it turned out. It's so cheerful and I really needed it. The next thing that I did for her, as I mentioned, there were undies. I also fixed, kind of upcycled, that's the better word. I upcycled her old tracksuit trousers for school. So in school they are allowed to wear shorts now, and she had tracksuits from last year where they were too short and the waistband was a bit tight, but everything else fitted. So I removed old waistband, added new one, and just shortened the trousers so they are shorts. Next two makes are for me. I know it's surprising, but I actually did manage to make something for myself during Me Made May. 2 things out of 4 I was planning, but still it's a good success. So first is this top. I used a self-drafted pattern I made using tutorial from Alisa from Thoughtful Creativity. I made it slightly more loose fitting than the original version, because the original version I made was fitted. This one is loose, as you can see, plenty of space. I did added detail of ruching on the side, and I also used tutorial Alisa did just before Christmas. She used this detail on a sleeve. I did it on the top, and I love how it turned out. It's very comfortable, and because it's loose fitting and there's plenty of space everywhere, I can actually wear it in autumn as well with the long sleeve top underneath, or a turtleneck, something like that, if I want to, of course. I use this ribbing for the neckband, and I'm very proud of myself for actually centering the white part of the strap. It took me ages, and I actually hand based the neckband, which hasn't happened in last, I would say, 2.5 years, because I normally just go straight to the machine or to the overlocker, but this time I hand based it. So I'm very, very happy that it turned out nice, and it's very comfortable. I will show you the second make, and the second mail is horrible, horrible fail. So this is my second make, and it's a fail. I tried new look pattern, actually this pattern in View C. I used just cheap jersey I had in my stash that was designed, like that was bought with the thought of being a muslin. So I wasn't afraid of messing it up. when I was tracing the pattern, I know I'm weird, I do trace the big 4 patterns. I did think that it might be too big, but didn't, like, I measured the pattern pieces, it seems like it will be okay. Didn't seem as it will be as big, but it was. Basically, you see the fitted version with the few fixes that I did. So first of all, the back seam, there's a back seam here. I took half of an inch on each side to have back slightly fitted, and I did slightly more deepened curve for this way back adjustment. I'm not sure if you can see it properly. It's okay length, I would say, but I did use an inch hem instead of 1.5 inch hem. I thought that because I have slightly bigger bust, it might be too short. So I just stick with 1 inch, and I'm happy I did that. So I took an inch at the back. I took around 1/4 of an inch on each side seam, in addition to, you know, the 5/8 of the seam allowance. The sleeve, I adjusted the sleeve to adjust for the changes I made on the sides, but still it was too big for the arm opening. I do need to triple check the printed pattern, like the tissue pattern, to see was there an issue there, or maybe when I was tracing, you know, a few millimeters here, few millimeters there, it could throw off the balance, but I don't think it was a cause for the problem. But anyway, I had to do pleats on the sleeves. I like big neck openings, but this one was very big. I didn't use the jersey that I made this pattern in, because it doesn't have that much stretch. I can actually show you here, you know, it stretches just a minimal amount, so I didn't want to use it for the neck opening, so I used just ribbing from my stash. I'm not happy with this make whatsoever. When I finish it, I put it to the bin. I was disheartened, and I really dislike it. I almost put the pattern to the bin, but then I thought, you know, lesson learned, have a look at the pattern again. So I had a look, and I think next time I will go with size 18. This time I did size 22 according to my bust measurements, but I have cap DD, therefore I should go with the smaller size and do the FBA. So I decided I will go with my hip measurement, because in general my hip measurement is kind of according to the size I should be wearing. So I will go with size 18, and I will just do full bust adjustment and full tummy adjustment to adjust for, you know, extra body in a few places. I need to do narrow shoulder adjustment and deeper sway back adjustment, and then we will see. I won't be taking this apart except for the sleeves. I will remove them and do the narrow shoulder and put the sleeves back on and see how it works. But for next one, I will trace pattern in size 18 and see where I am at that. Actually, it's, you know, this whole thing is surprising, because I was checking few of the new look patterns I have in my stash, and I had a look at the finished measurements in most of the cases, and I'm in bigger size in the knit patterns than in the woven patterns, and I do take to account the loose fit and the ease that's required, etc, etc. It's very weird. Anyway, hope I will have it fixed relatively soon, and I can share you what I did to fix it. My sewing plans for next week, very minimal. We have school break for a few days next week, so it will be family time. But I do want to use this lovely cotton voile, cotton slab foil, or whatever it's called, I got from Ecobee. It's actually kind of look a little bit like it's slightly sheared fabric, and I want to make a simple shirt blouse for myself. And hopefully, if I will have enough time, I will use this navy viscose for long trousers. I did last year linen trousers using pattern from Ellie and Mac. It was Feel Pretty Pants, and I hacked the pattern to make slightly narrow, add some darts and added pockets, and I want to do the same thing just in navy. So hopefully I will have a chance to do those two things as well. And I would like to finish two makes I'm working on from our 15th Think Pink subscription box fabric. We'll see how it goes. You know, life is busy. That's all from me for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. We are almost at 500 subscribers and I'm extremely happy about that. So if you like my content, please share it with your friends. Don't forget to check other Friday Sews videos, and clean your machine and change your needle if you haven't done so yet. Happy sewing! Bye!